your host, Karen Cox, the broker of record at Sea and Ski Realty, and this is What's Happening in Our Community. This month, we are taking a look at our own backyard in Grey County and ways we can rediscover the hidden treasures, great outdoor spaces, and support our local businesses and activities. Today, I'm with the Tourism Marketing and Communication Specialist with Grey County Tourism, Heather Aljoe. Heather, thank you for joining me today.
For having me, Karen. It's great to see you again.
Yes, no, this is great. And I think this is a great initiative that Grey County Tourism is doing and that they're running this summer to support our local businesses because they need our support now more than ever during this time. And it's great for all of us to explore our great outdoor spaces with this campaign you've got, Rediscover Grey. So can you tell us a little bit more about this initiative that you've got going?
Sure can. You're right. Our local businesses need our help now more than ever. And the way we're working here is it's an economic development and a tourism initiative. We've sort of come together during this time through COVID. We have a sort of a business recovery team and a communications recovery team, and that's what the business recovery team was seeing was the businesses need our help right now. They usually have a very busy summer full of, visitors and tourists and residents alike. And it started off really slow because of the pandemic and people weren't going out, and a lot of businesses had to close. And I mean, some still are closed. And, the ones that are open are not running at 100% capacity for various reasons. So they're doing their best to stay open for us. So we really need to show our support. So we came up with this campaign. We wanted to make sure we were, exactly like you said, having people explore our own backyards. So it really is a hyper local, we're calling it, campaign. We're really, really trying to talk to our local Grey County residents and getting them out and exploring what is not that far away from your own home. So we are lucky to have 9 awesome municipalities. So it's a 9-week campaign. So first week we featured Chatsworth and everything happening in Chatsworth. This week is Town of the Blue Mountains. Next week is Meaford. So as you can see, we're going through them all. And what we're doing is we're sort of leading with the 2 main things is the local business. We're giving local businesses a chance to participate and come on board with us and also provide for the prize packages. There's a prize element to the campaign as well. So you just, within the municipality of that week, you go out, take photos of whatever you're doing, hiking, biking, paddling, even just going to a shop, grabbing some of the local groceries, take a picture, send it or upload it to social media, #RediscoverGrey. We are collecting those entries, and at the end of the week, we draw, and you could win one of 2 $150 prize packs. And what we decided to do with those, instead of giving local products or, a big prize to one location, is each is a basket of various gift cards from local businesses that then encourages you to go back and spend those as well. So lots going on within the campaign, but it's really exciting. And then, of course, you'd mentioned the outdoor spaces. That's the second part. While you're out doing the hiking and the paddling and the biking in those awesome outdoor spaces that people were really craving to get out and see after being on lockdown for so long, it kind of goes hand in hand with stopping into local businesses. So you can make a great little day of it here.
And I think during this time, a lot of us are staying home. We're staying local. So this is a great initiative for us to get out and look at things that we might not have seen recently or hadn't thought of. It wasn't top of mind. And there's a lot of new activities, because I looked at your list for Rediscover Chatsworth last week, and I was looking at it, and I'm from Chatsworth. I live in Chatsworth, and I was like, wow, yes, some of my favorites are on there. And then there were some, I hadn't thought of them. I forgot about them. So it was great to bring them up to the top of mind. And there was a few new ones that I hadn't even heard of. So it was great to even look in my own backyard and things that I could be doing with myself and my family and friends. So I think it's a great initiative. And last week was the township of Chatsworth. So what sort of response did you get? Because I know it's just starting. You're just building momentum here.
Yeah, we were pretty happy with the response. We had less than, we didn't have a ton of entries, but we had what we thought was was it good? We were worried we might only have 3 or 4. So we did have more than that. It was kind of less than 20 when it came down to sort of multiple people adding in photos. But honestly, it was the first week. We're just sort of getting out with opportunities through radio and interviews like this with yourself, so people are aware. And as people, stage 3 just started right before the campaign started. So people are slowly getting out and feeling a little bit more comfortable going out and exploring. So we're hoping as we go on, we'll start to see those increase, and with more exposure and the excitement, we're trying to build some excitement too on social media about the winners, and getting their permission to announce them and share their information and their photos. So people are seeing that and like, okay, this is, it's a pretty quick entry. If you're already out enjoying things, take a photo, put on a hashtag, and you're already entered to win. So we're trying to make it easy for folks and exciting at the same time.
And it gives great exposure to our local businesses and activities too. I think when you go in and you go and take a picture in a local business, like if you go into like the Williamsford Pie Company, right? Go in there and take a picture of one of their pies, then it gives them exposure out there on social media and makes everyone go, oh, right, I normally get my pies there. They're open, great, let's go in there and get a pie, right? So I think it'll spread and it'll ignite out there in the community as it goes, it'll build each week. So I don't know what's the last municipality you're going to go to, but I can see this whole campaign building throughout the summer. And it's sort of neat that people can just take a picture, right? It's very easy because you take pictures all the time when you're out. And just hashtag whatever, Rediscover Gray is what they have to do?
Yeah, Rediscover Gray. Yeah, that's the one that gets your entry. And we're also finding with those photos, some of our local businesses are doing new things. They've been forced to do new things to adapt to, we're still in the middle of a pandemic life. So some places that didn't have a patio before have a patio. So it's really great if people can go out and take a picture. Like here I am now at this patio at, Great Books Cafe. They put out some more picnic tables and umbrellas along the river there, and show people that it's maybe not what you saw last time you were there, and it's new and there's new opportunities, and just building that community confidence that people are following protocol and doing everything they need to do to keep us as safe as possible during this, while also enjoying what they have to offer at the business.
And that's so important because we have entered phase 3, which is amazing. I guess our hard work has paid off over the spring. And we're now into that phase. So a lot of the businesses are reopening, and it's slow because a lot of us don't know which ones are open, which ones are not. And I think it was great on a lot of the municipalities to give up parking space for these outdoor patios for the restaurant businesses, because they've been really hard hit throughout this pandemic, and a lot of the shop owners too. So I think it's great because you're right, they're missing the tourism. And they're missing that rubber trade that would be coming from other areas to help, support these businesses. So we need to support local. And so I think it's really good. So, and the prize packages that they're gift cards, that's pretty awesome. So
we wanted, the businesses are helping by providing, the information on their business and the gifts, but we want to make sure that they're going back and sending, because quite often when you have a gift card for a store that you maybe don't frequent, you go in and you see several other things that interest you or that you may need. And in turn, it really helps both the business and just the word of mouth afterwards. If you have those gift cards, you tend to go places that maybe you wouldn't before. So it's just getting people out there and really seeing what's available in Grey County.
No, and that's terrific, because I know how hard hurt a lot of the local businesses have been during this time. So I think we all need to support them if we want them to be here in the future.
That's right.
Yeah. And you have another initiative that's out there, which is your outdoor activity map. So maybe you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to backtrack a little bit. You had mentioned people just aren't sure what's open and what's closed. And we heard that really early on from businesses wanting to let people know, especially during stage 2, I guess, when they were slowly opening. So our first initiative out of this was the business resiliency map. And our economic development team took that on right out of the gates, calling around to any businesses that were providing takeout at that point, because restaurants and patios weren't able to open. Any restaurants that you could do call ahead and pick up curbside. So we were getting that. So that was the first. And it was, as you can imagine, it pretty much encompassed any business that was willing to do takeout or curbside. So that was the first map that we created, and we are still updating that with now restaurant information and retail information and any other little shops that are opening. And then we realized as people started to get out more, they also didn't know what parks and open spaces and trails and paddling accesses were open or closed, because as we all know, it does take staff and time to get those open and ready after the spring. This hit us like really quickly after winter. It was March. So, for example, Gray Sauble Conservation Area or Authority, all their properties were closed for a while because they didn't have their staff hired, their seasonal staff to come in and inspect and make sure and put out garbage cans and everything that's required to welcome visitors and residents to those open spaces. So we thought, yeah, let's do an open outdoor activity map is what we call it. You can find that on both of our websites. Visitgray.ca is the tourism website, and gray.ca is our corporate website, and there are links to both of those maps on those websites. So our outdoor activity map is really fun. Us here in the tourism department sort of took that on as soon as things started to open up, and there's sort of two purposes. One, obviously, to let everyone, the residents, know what's open. So in the beginning, a lot of the parks were closed and the playground equipment was off limits until just last week. So we had all of that information in there. But as you may be seeing, I know a lot of your work takes place in the Beaver Valley, is some places are getting quite busy. A lot of folks really were, we've been cooped up for a while, and suddenly things started to look better in Ontario, especially here in Grey Bruce, in terms of the pandemic. And the weather got nice all at one time. So it was sort of a perfect storm, and people were out wanting to explore. And some of our locations, I don't think it's a big secret, Hogs Falls, Eugenia Falls, we're getting really, really busy with visitors. So we have open, closed, and we also have a caution message on some of those, just to let people know when they're planning ahead that that location might be really busy, particularly on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, on a sunny day. So they can look at that and say, well, if that place is going to be busy, where else can we go? What are the other locations? And you had mentioned even being a resident of Chatsworth, there were some locations that you didn't necessarily know about. And that's what we're really trying to do here, is give other options that maybe aren't so popular but are just as wonderful and close by, to disperse some of the traffic and some of the hikers and the paddlers to different areas. I mean, Grey County is huge and we have so much beauty and lots of options. We just need to let people know where they are and how they can do it. So we hope our outdoor activity map is doing that, and we're still building it as we go. We're still seeing more things added almost daily as things open up and parks open up. So it's forever changing.
No, and when I looked at your map online, it was great to see it's color coded for the different areas, for how busy they are, and alternatives that are not as busy, so that when you're looking at that map during the day, you're thinking, what would I like to do today? I'd like to go paddling. You can see what are the popular sites, and if you want something that you can be more social distance and be able to keep yourself those distances, and it's not as busy, you can see by the color code which areas to go to, or for walking trails or hiking trails. So I thought that was really good, the color coding, because it told me right away what areas that were not as going to be as busy for that day, for that activity. So that was sort of really good activity. So if people are interested in the activity map or Rediscover Grey, they're on your website at...
The direct website is visitgray.ca/rediscover. You will find everything on there about the campaign and sort of the schedule of the weeks coming up. And we're linking to that outdoor activity map on several places throughout the website, as well as our social media channels. So just hop on to visitgray.ca and you'll get a little pop-up and it'll take you right to the contest information in the campaign.
And all the rules and regulations for the contest and for the prize packages are there on the website. And then if you put in hashtag into social media, hashtag Rediscover Grey, you pop up quite easily. So I know you're getting some traction there, or it wouldn't be popping up, Heather. So that's really great. Anything else you'd like to share with our viewers today about Rediscover Grey and the activity map?
I think we covered it all. We're really encouraging our local residents to get out and support our local businesses. They need us right now. Not only are we supporting, like you said, I like that you said that they're trying to keep the businesses here. So when this is all over, we can continue to go to them when things hopefully get back to whatever the new normal is. So those businesses need us, and it's good for us to get out and do it as safely as possible close to home. So we're trying our best here at Grey County to give everyone the tools. So jump on our website and check it out, and hopefully you can make a day of it.
So we all can become local tourists in our own backyard and discover the beautiful area we actually live in. Are so we should be thankful for the beautiful area and the topography and all the natural resources we have.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we're very lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, even maybe more so now. So
Yeah. Appreciate where you live, right?
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so thank you, Heather. And I want to thank you for coming on the show today. It was great speaking to you about what's happening with the great businesses and hidden gems we have in our own backyard.
Thank you, Karen, very much for the opportunity, and we're happy to talk anytime and let everyone know what's going on here in Grey County and how we can help everyone else discover what's out there.
Okay, well, thank you, and it's been a great show. So, that's it for today. We invite you to tell us about what sort of topics you'd like to hear about and what guests you'd like to see on future episodes of What's Happening in Our Community. You can contact us on any of our social media accounts, as well as you can email us at info@seaandskirealty.ca. We're also very excited to share that you can enjoy this content everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. Episodes can be viewed on all our social media accounts, and you can also visit seaandskirealty.ca/what's happening, where you can watch all of our episodes or subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our new episodes. So thank you for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you soon.